6 attitudes men love about women. In this video, I'm gonna break down the behaviors and mindsets that really keep a guy hooked. It's Sabrina, your personal love advisor from A New Mode, the channel that shows you how love actually works. So here's some good news. Your attitude is completely under your control. Other things are not under your control. You can't control how tall you are, you can't control your body type. There are a lot of physical attributes that are just beyond your control, so you just work with what you have. But your attitude is completely under your control. And attitude is a huge determinant in how attractive you are. I mean, I'm sure you've observed this in your own life. You can meet someone and maybe not find them so attractive, but as you get to know them, you find them super attractive and super appealing. And the same happens in reverse. You meet someone who's super attractive, but as soon as they open their mouth, you're like, ew, gross. I mean, it happens all the time. Our attitude accounts for such a large percentage of our overall attractiveness. And there are certain attitudes that men really love and appreciate in a woman. But this video isn't just about attracting men. With these behavioral shifts and mindset shifts, it's just gonna make your life better overall. It will help you in your friendships, in your relationship with your coworkers, and yes, definitely in your love life. So make sure you watch this video all the way until the end. Real quick, if you like this video and find it helpful, please give it a like. That is a super fast, super quick way to help me out. It'll help me grow my channel. It will let YouTube know that this is a good video and YouTube should recommend it to other people. Also, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified whenever we post new videos. Also, over the last 10 years that Eric and I have been working on A New Mode, the number one question we get is, does he like me? Or how does he feel about me? How do I know if a guy likes me? And on and on. We've written plenty of articles on this subject. I have plenty of videos on it, but you can only go into so much depth in a single article or a video. That is why we created a free guide. It is called 7 Ways to Know If a Guy Likes You. It is totally free. It is a quick read, but super informative. You can download it right now at signshelikes.you.com. So you can head over there as soon as you're done with this video. Number 1, finding the fun in anything. Life is pretty much a series of unexciting events punctuated by the occasional exciting event. Life is pretty mundane overall. And it is really attractive to be around someone who can just find the fun in anything, even if it's in waiting online or sitting in traffic. Someone who is fun to be around is like a breath of fresh air, and it makes us want to be around them more. Now, if you are a regular on this channel, then one concept you'll hear me talk about a lot is that when it comes to what men want and how to get a man to commit, how to get a man to treat you like a priority, it really comes down to one thing. Men move towards what feels good. That is pretty much it. If it feels good to be around you, he'll want to be around you. If it feels bad to be around you, he won't want to be around you. It really is as simple as that. So being able to just find the fun in anything, and yes, I know life can be so annoying. There's so many things to complain about on any given day. Try to just see the joy in it and the fun in it. Number 2, the confident attitude. You knew this was coming because it's so important. But here's the thing, confidence, a lot of people get confused about confidence, and it isn't what people think, because in the comment section a lot, and in a lot of my videos, I talk a lot about confidence, and sometimes I'll get these comments like, that's not true, men don't love confident women because I have a friend who is really shy and quiet and men love her. Confidence isn't loud. Confidence isn't loudly boasting about your accomplishments and your achievements and how wonderful you are. Confidence is actually pretty quiet. Confidence is something that you carry within. It's not something that you advertise and express to the entire world. And if you do that, then you are the opposite of being attractive. That is completely unattractive. That is arrogance. That is not confidence. Being loud and arrogant will scare men away. Being quietly confident is something that is super attractive to anyone. I mean, romantic relationships, regular relationships. It is a confident person with a high sense of worth is just someone that other people want to align themselves with. Confidence isn't, look how great I am, I'm so great. Confidence really comes down to this feeling and this belief that you carry within that is, I will be fine no matter what. Because you trust yourself to know that you can handle whatever life throws at you. If this guy ghosts me and this guy loses interest, I'll be fine. If I lose my job, I'll be fine because I know I'll find another one. If things don't turn out the way I want them to, I'll be fine because I know that I can handle it. Confidence also is marked by like an absence of this panic that only the worst is yet to come. That, you're never gonna find a great guy. You're gonna end up alone. It's just gonna be worst case scenario after worst case scenario because that is just the story of your life. Confident people don't feel this way. They don't have that nervous energy pulsating through them at all times because they just trust. They trust the system. They trust that things are going to work out well for them. And they believe that sincerely. And that is a very attractive energy. Another key component of being confident, truly confident, is you don't need a man to make you feel good. Now, even the most confident woman is gonna feel good when her guy compliments her, but she doesn't rely on those compliments for her self-esteem because she feels good without them. She's not waiting with bated breath for him to say something nice or do something nice in order to feel worthy of love. She already feels that way, and he can enhance those feelings when he says or does nice things, but he doesn't hold the entirety of her sense of worth in the palm of his hand. She already has a solid sense of worth to fall back on. There's a really good quote about confidence that I like and I think sums it up. It goes, "Confidence isn't will they like me, it's I'll be fine if they don't." And that's a really good one. You should write that down, make it your mantra, and tell yourself as many times as you need to that you will be fine. You'll be fine no matter what, you'll be fine. Number 3. Good vibes only. Okay, I hate that expression with a passion, but it really just works well here, so I'm going with it. We talk a lot about the power of vibes on a new mode. And this is something that distinguishes us from other relationship channels because I don't really hear anyone else talking about it, and it is so crucial. It is so important for your relationship, for your ability to attract a relationship, to be in a healthy relationship, for your self-esteem, and for your overall well-being. So this is like one of the most important things that you need to be cognizant of. Basically, your vibe is everything. It determines if people are drawn to you or if they are repelled by you. We use the term vibe, but you can call it anything. You can call it energy, you can call it your mode of being, you can call it your charm, you can call it the way you come across to other people. We just call it vibe, so that's what we're gonna go with here, but I think you get the concept. To have a great vibe, you need to understand that the way you come across to other people is a crystal clear reflection of how you feel about yourself on the inside. It's not just the things that you say or the things you do outwardly. It's the thoughts that occur in the privacy of your own mind. Now, why is this? It's because your thoughts affect your emotions, and your emotions affect your facial expressions, your tone of voice, the way that you stand, your body language, the way you present yourself. So all of this information comes across to someone else, and people can pick up on it. And we have thousands and thousands of thoughts and emotions all day long. And this soup, if you will, combines, and that's what creates our vibe, the vibe that comes across and radiates outward to other people. And people can pick up on your vibe immediately. You don't need to be a super emotionally intelligent person to pick up on what someone else's headspace in. You know when you're around someone who is stressed and anxious and insecure. You also know when you're around someone who is just a fun-loving, warm, patient, calm person. You just feel these things on an intuitive level. It's not even anything tangible that they're doing or saying. People can't read your mind, they can't know what you're thinking, but they can definitely get a sense of where your head is at. And they can tell whether you're someone who thinks positive, happy, joyful thoughts, or whether you're engaged with paranoid, negative, anxious, angry, worried thoughts. We just feel it. Now, how is this under your control? It's under your control because you can choose which thoughts you want to engage with. So let's say you're waiting for some guy to text you back, or we shouldn't be waiting, but you've been seeing a guy, you haven't heard from him in a little bit, and you're starting to worry about it. Then all of a sudden the thoughts creep in, and the thoughts are, oh my God, he's losing interest. This guy is gonna ghost me. Things never work out for me. It's because I'm not pretty enough. It's because I'm not smart enough. It's because of this. And you just pick yourself apart. Now you can go down that rabbit hole if you so choose, or instead, when the worry starts to set in that, you haven't heard from this guy and you really like him, you can stop yourself and say, okay, I haven't heard from this guy. I'm a little concerned. I'm a little sad about it, but I'll be okay. If I don't hear from him again, won't be the end of the world. I'll survive, I'll manage, and it will be fine. Maybe you don't believe this, but tell it to yourself anyway, because thoughts are real forces and thoughts generate real reactions throughout our body, and that comes across in our demeanor. So it's really important to just manage the thoughts that creep into your head. You really can actively choose not to feed into negativity. And that negativity starts going in your mind, just cut it at the source. At first, this might feel unnatural to you, but the more you do it, the more natural it will become. And it'll just be wired in, and it will become just part of your mode of operating in the world. Number 4, you don't stress over the state of your relationship. This is a biggie, and so many of us do this. It's not just in relationships, it's in all areas of life. Stressing feels like it has some sort of payoff, like all this energy is gonna lead to this magical place of clarity where everything makes sense. But that is not what stressing does. If anything, stressing ruins your mood, it ruins your vibe, and it ruins your relationships. A lot of women have experienced the phenomenon of a guy just suddenly losing interest, seemingly out of the blue. Everything was going well, and now he's just gone. Most often, the reason for this is that he just picked up on his stressful energy and felt pressured. And that's what made him want to withdraw. Now, the reason for this is because when you date with an agenda, which is what a lot of women do, your mode of interacting with him is just filled with pressure because you need him to be a certain way. You need him to call you his girlfriend. You need him to text you back in a prompt manner. You need things to progress because otherwise you won't feel okay and you just will be uneasy. Most men don't date like this. For men, commitment is the byproduct. It's not the goal. He starts dating a girl, things are great. He realizes his life is better with her in it than with her not in it, and so he commits. A lot of women, not all women, have the intention of committing. They want a boyfriend, they want to get married, they want to find the one. And so she dates with that in mind and kind of pushes that along. And that pressure doesn't feel good. And when it doesn't seem like she's getting what it is she wants, she stresses over it and she obsesses over it. And that basically pushes this guy away and it causes the relationship to fall apart before it even goes anywhere. Another important point to keep in mind about stressing is when you stress, you are interacting with the worried thoughts in your own mind. You cannot form a connection with someone else this way because you're not really tuned into him. You're not plugged into him and his experience. You're focusing on yourself and your experience. And that's who you're in a relationship with. It's with those panicked, stressful thoughts. And the guy will feel like there's something missing, something lacking, and he won't know what it is. Most of the time, that's what it is. So try to keep the stressing and obsessing under control. It's not helping you in any way. Try to just be present and let things unfold. And again, tell yourself that you'll be fine no matter what. Number 5, being feminine and flirty. Smile, be sensual, flirt, and take a little initiative sometimes. Don't be too aggressive about it because that's not really so attractive, but get in touch with your feminine side. Men love this. Most men love a feminine woman. And okay, maybe that's not totally your nature, but embrace whatever femininity there is within you. Or we can call it sensuality if you don't like the word femininity. No matter what, get in touch with that side of yourself because that's exciting and that's fun. It really comes down to being fully comfortable with yourself and being comfortable in your own skin. That's how this can come across more naturally. So do whatever it is you need to do in order to feel good about yourself, feel good about your body, feel good about the way you look, feel good about the way that you move. It's really important. Number 6, when you support him. So a lot of the items on this list were behavior shifts or mindset shifts, but this is really something that you can do for him. It's something that men need more than anything else. Men are desperate to have a woman's appreciation. If he doesn't feel like he has that, he won't want to be in a relationship with you. And what goes along with that is feeling that he has a woman in his corner, a woman who supports him no matter what, a woman who appreciates the man he is, sees the man he could be, and fully supports him in that. That is the most important thing to a man. That is the greatest feeling in the world to a man. That is what a man needs more than anything else in order to want to commit. This is what will get him to treat you like a priority, because I know a lot of women have that question. This is what men need more than anything else. So what did you think of this list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is there anything I missed? If so, please leave it in the comment section. I love hearing from you guys. I try to respond to everyone. For more relationship advice, check out anewmode.com. Subscribe to our newsletter, anewmode.com/subscribe. Follow me on Instagram @anewmode. And don't forget to download our free book, 7 Signs He Likes You. You can get it at signshelikes.you.com. And I will see you guys in the next video.